thank you guys so much for coming, and be sure to get more free popcorn if you need it and water. And I will turn the time over to Sherry, our first speaker.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say it's such an honor to be here tonight and share my story. My name is Sherry Blakley, and I was born right here in Morton, Washington, 61 years ago. Back then, I would never dreamt that I would be here sharing my story with you. June 27th, 2020 was a day that would profoundly change my life for the better and for the worst. It would take me to the great heights of victory and to the valley of death, and nearly leave me there had it not been for the help that I received at Arbor Health Morton Hospital. On June 27th, I underwent bariatric surgery where I had gastric bypass. In this picture, I weighed 408 pounds, though at the time my weight topped the scales at 485 pounds. I was nearly immobile, not enjoying life. I could not breathe well, and I was severely depressed. I had the support of a wonderful family who loved and supported me the best that they knew how, and friends. But all that love and support can't change us unless we are willing to change. The decision was made, and I had the surgery with explicit instructions to take my vitamins every day and to drink lots of water and drink 3 to 4 protein drinks a day. That was all too overwhelming for me, and along with some other complications, I couldn't do it, and eventually began to show signs of severe health issues. I was falling all the time, had severe muscle weakness, I was vomiting, dehydrated, and developed slurred speech. On January 17, 2021, my family took a mini vacation to try to get some rest and recovery from all the care they had been providing to me. My nephew Tristan opted to stay home, thank heaven, with me and to take care of me in case if there was an emergency. In an attempt to make it to the bathroom by myself, I realized something was seriously wrong. It took me 3 times before I could get Tristan to understand that he needed to call 911. I could not feel anything from my neck down and had a difficult time speaking. I was rushed to Arbor Health and assessed. Eventually, after much debate, I was admitted to the hospital. No one seemed to know what was happening, much less what to do with me. That night, I remembered looking at the ceiling, unable to move, and praying, God, will I ever walk again? Or have I done it for real this time? I heard very clearly, you will walk again, but it will take time and hard work. I remained in the hospital's rehab unit from January 17th to April 2nd, 2021, crying, screaming, grunting, and groaning all along the way, with constant prayer and encouragement from staff and dear friends and family who warred on heaven's door on my behalf. I saw the most powerful and loving God do miraculous work, from getting out of bed to dressing myself to walking the distance of 1 square of linoleum tile, little by little, to learning to get into my car, to driving, albeit not so well, according to my car, and to my family. Oh dear, I am a work in progress still. I now proudly and gratefully stand before you in a gracious God and say, I can now walk a mile on the treadmill, do 50 crunches, 50 reps on an abdominal core machine, 10 laps in the pool, 50 pull-ups in the water, and to participate in a 45-minute water aerobic class 5 days a week. All of that in 1 day. That's a lot, y'all, let me tell you. But I can do it. Do I still have struggles? Yes. Will I overcome? Absolutely. Because I'm never going to give up or go back. And if any of you can relate to any part of my story, excuse me for getting emotional, don't you give up either. Life and health are too precious and too sweet. God bless you all, and thank you. And if any of you have any questions, I am absolutely an open book and happy to answer anything. It's lovely to look out and see faces that took care of me, from my nurse's assistant to the janitor to physical therapists, that fought for me, literally fought for me and said, you will get up and you're going to walk, you're going to do this. I don't care if you're kicking, screaming, crying, you're going to get up, you're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And your voices still resonate in my head that I can do this. Every time that something appears to be insurmountable, I hear your voice and I see your faces that say, you can do this. And I want you to know I am forever, forever grateful to Arbor Health and to each and every one of you who brought life to me. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.